We got Dustin Lynch on Pure Country.
Yo.
Good to see you.
Great to be back.
How you doing?
Wonderful. It's
New-
CMA week in
yeah.
Nashville, and tour's kind of wrapping up for us. Life's good.
And new album out, which we have not had a chance to talk about yet. So Killed the Cowboy.
Yes.
Did you get that song first and then kind of build the album around it, or how did that kind of come
It
together?
came in right at the top of me getting songs together for
Okay.
our first session. And I didn't know. I was like, okay, is this a little outside the box for where I want to go? And then as I started living with the first batch of songs, I'm like, what do I want the rest of this album to say? And Killed the Cowboy really kind of pointed its finger at what I was going through at the time.
Cool.
Which was a combustible relationship. And
We've all been there.
Oh, yeah. They're fun.
Yeah,
right?
they're
Great for songwriters.
They're fun after it's all said
Yeah.
and done. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And you have a song on there, and I remember the first time I listened to it, Chevrolet,
Yeah.
with somebody by the name of Jelly Roll.
I do.
Yep. And I was listening to it, and then I heard this voice in the background, this beautiful female voice, and I'm like, I know that voice. And it was Madeline Merlo.
Yeah, Madeline jumped on with us and did an incredible job.
So good.
Yeah, she's
I feel
got
like you guys should collab more in the future.
Well, we have. Madeline actually jumped out. We taped a special recently.
Okay.
And she came out and knocked it out of the park with
Awesome.
us. So, yeah, she and I, she's actually singing on another song on the Kill the Cowboy album called Honky Tonk Heartbreaker.
Yeah. Okay.
So we had a lot of fun in the studio together.
And I feel like you always have really, I mean, you've collabed with Mackenzie Porter, obviously Canadian country girl, but Sarah Buxton.
Yeah,
I feel
Sarah's
like you
been on a couple songs.
Yeah, you always have a lot of really incredible background vocalists on a record, whereas a lot of people, sometimes, you don't really talk about that as much, but there is something to be said for having a really strong voice behind yours.
Oh, without a doubt. I think the song kind of steers where we go with that production, but we're always trying to think of how can we differentiate our sound a little bit from, the previous 10 songs that somebody's heard. And it kind of found some magic with Riding Roads with Sarah going, okay, that's a cool formula that's kind of ours now.
Yeah.
And we can kind of stake claim to.
So I want to ask you about this, but not because I'm asking in a sense that I'm like, I feel like every interview that I've watched with you recently, everybody always asks you about like the single question.
Yeah.
It always comes up. Is there a point where you're like, I don't want that to be a question anymore?
I'm cool with
You're
it.
cool
It
with it?
actually
Okay.
helps me. I
It
like
does?
getting to talk this
Yeah.
out. I
Okay.
don't have a shrink or anything, so
Yeah.
I get to talk
This
about
is,
it in front
okay,
of the world.
therapy
It's cool.
session. Here we go.
And speaking, into existence, like I stay busy. I keep myself really busy.
Yeah.
I think I've realized that maybe I don't have enough kind of chill downtime to let myself meet somebody and figure out that portion of life. So I don't know. Maybe talking this out allows me to stake some claim in the sand and not tour as hard.
Yeah.
But, I'm liking where I'm at right now.
Yep.
Adventures are fun. I don't have to answer to anybody, which is super cool.
Yep.
And but I know, I've done life. I had a girlfriend for a couple years before COVID shut us down, and that was fun too. Like being on tour with her was great. So I don't know. I've done it both ways. I don't want to force it.
Yeah.
But I do know it's a lot more fun to go to prom with a date, such as CMAs.
CMAs.
Getting to dress up and go.
Who is your date?
I don't have one.
You
this
don't
year.
have one?
No.
Come on.
I know.
Oh, no. What about? I
Next
feel
year
like
could be a good goal for
your
me next year
grandmother, when you post about her on Instagram and like going back home, I feel like your family, somebody would want to come with you.
Yeah, Grandma, she wouldn't.
She wouldn't come.
She's not about. No, I mean she loves some spotlight, but she doesn't love crowds.
No?
So she'd be like,
All
I'll
right.
sit at the house.
Well, I hope that we get to catch up on the red carpet and
Yes.
see you, and I hope we get you back in Canada
For
soon.
sure. Let's go get dressed up and do it.
All right, let's go.
All right.
All right, Dustin Lynch on Pure Country.